after it sort of raining on and off through the night and being a bit windy, me not sleeping that great because I was still paranoid about my tent blowing away. I did get up through the night and go to the toilet, and I had a quick check around at all the pegs, and they were all fine, just how we left them. So it was fine. Anyway, I woke up and both Matt and I started packing up, and it was sort of sprinkling rain as we were packing up our tents. Wandered down to the where the creek crossed the road, and it had gone down a fair bit. There was still a fair bit of water flowing through, but it was a lot lower. So yeah, we got prepared and ventured across, and it was only sort of just above our knees really, so that was alright. Got across that and followed the road around a bit more, and then Matt left me. He took off towards like a shortcut towards the trail, whereas I wanted to head back up to Buckaringa camp and top up my water, so that's what I did. So finally got to Buckaringa camp, and then I was back following the trail again, so that was good. It was a muddy trail though, so I was just constantly trying to avoid the mud and find better places to walk and all that. Eventually I started walking through this area that had on my right this amazing sort of rock wall formation. It looked so cool. I was walking along that for a while, and then I was coming up towards Buckaringa Gorge, so I had to chuck a righty, and then I came across all these dead goats, I'm assuming. I asked Matt about them when I caught up with him, and he just assumed that there was just a few of them there and they'd just been shot, because there were a few carcasses lying around a few meters apart. It was really weird. As I sort of come out the other side of that rock formation in a bit of an opening, that's where I sat down and had some lunch, and I knew that it was going to be a big day because I'd already done the few Ks to get to Buckaringa camp. So I had a pretty decent tuna and cracker lunch to hopefully give me the fuel that I would need for the rest of the day. After that, the trail actually went through Buckaringa Gorge. I'd say that's still got to be one of my favourite gorges to go through. It's yeah, it's just so cool, like a bit of rock scrambling and climbing involved, and I actually did stack it, and it would have looked so funny because the way I fell, I kind of tried to climb up this rock that was too high to do in one go, and then I've like fallen forward and to the side, and I've kind of landed in amongst two big rocks, and the way I landed, like I was stuck there because I couldn't lift my pack, so I was just kind of stuck there for like a minute or so, just trying like different ways to get up, and eventually muscled myself up. I did, however, crack my phone's lens protector, so that's why all the footage has been shitty and light flares and things through it, so I have ordered some more. Hopefully I'll get them soon because it's really annoying me. but obviously I'm glad I had it on. That's what it's there for, otherwise it probably would have been an actual camera lens that's cracked. But yeah. And then after the gorge, that's when the climbs started. So that's when you start climbing the hills, and got a glimpse of my goal, pretty much, Mt Arden. So that was like the giant mountain in the distance that I had to get to, with all of these other little ones in between. So it was slow going, it was hard walking, just all the ups and downs, and then the big climb up Mt Arden itself. But I made it. While I was up there, I added a few extra layers because it was freezing, and checked in with everyone quickly while I had a bit of reception. And after that I started to make my way back down. I knew that Mt Arden South Camp wasn't far down off the mountain, so yeah, started heading down, and eventually got into camp. When I got there, Matt was already there. Didn't look like he was there for that long though. I think he was just still setting up his tent at the time. There was another girl there named Nell. She was really funny. She was going the opposite way, so we were having chats with her. I don't think I'd had a toilet for a couple of camps, so yeah, I had to dirty my trowel and dig a hole so that I could just shit in it. So that was my first trowel shit, which I reckon I've done pretty good to last that long. But yeah, so that was day 9. Highlights were actually getting across the creek and stacking it in Buckaringa Gorge, conquering Mt Arden, and shitting in the woods. So yeah, stay tuned for day 10. See ya.